This is where the cool podcast intro is supposed to go, but I forgot to finish it. Anyway, here's Scuffed as Fuck.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Scuffed as Fuck podcast, the only place where a block, a bun, and a bear can talk about shit that never happened in video games. I'm your host, a scratch on the cutting room floor, also known as the Cubic Guru, and I'm joined by my co-host, Retro Coda.
Hello.
And we are both joined today by Lucky Rabbit. How are you,
Hello.
Lucky?
Oh, I'm doing well today. How about yourself?
We're doing great. Why don't you give us a little lowdown about yourself?
Hi. So, I'm a Twitch streamer, same name, Lucky Rabbit 1927. I've been doing it for about a year now. At this point, I stream retro games. I'm kind of just your typical Nintendo nerd. I grew up with that stuff since I was very, very young. I like researching random things and talking about them. So, yeah.
You're going to be perfect for the podcast. I love that.
Heck yeah.
Well, yeah, today we are doing things a little differently. I will be taking the reins for this episode, and I'm very honored to do so. Thank you, Coda.
Of course.
Today we're going to talk about the beta of different video games. Lucky, I wanted to start with, is there a particular game or franchise that you wanted to talk about the beta of?
There's quite a bit floating around here. I find that Mario Sunshine was probably one of the most interesting ones when looking on the list. Like, you would be surprised how long the list goes. There's some insane stuff in there.
Yes, I love it. I know quite a bit about that beta as well, but what would you say was the biggest discovery from the beta findings of that game?
Probably the book, the mysterious book that, I don't remember which level this is now, but it's like one where you turn the camera ever so slightly and you can see this random little like diary just kind of laying there. I think it was a scrapped mission or something, but I don't really know what to make of that.
Yeah, I remember hearing a bunch of rumors about that being a scrapped level or some new mechanic that Mario would learn, but for those of you at home, and Coda too, if you're unfamiliar with Sunshine, this is in Noki Bay, which is one of the levels. You are shrunk down into a bottle to research the dirty water of Noki Bay, and you can clip yourself and move the camera around to see this book, and everybody was speculating online, what is this? What is this supposed to be? But that's cool. I would agree with that. I would also say there are a couple like scrapped enemies that were in the beta. I'm not sure if you know about this, but there was like this really big guy that was meant to be in the stew family.
Wasn't that the Hinokuri too? I think it was labeled as, because
yes.
I had this actually written down.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It was like this huge guy. Would you say, Coda?
The Huda Hoa?
It's like the Hinokuri too. I'm probably butchering this pronunciation. I'm so sorry.
I only know of Mario Sunshine by the name, and that's it. So, like, everything you're saying is just gobbledygook to me.
Let me see if I can find a picture for you, Coda.
Yeah, please. Extremely big guy with long legs is the best way I can describe him.
Okay, so me in a nutshell.
Yeah. I wouldn't know as a 4'9" person. Not even kidding.
Ooh.
Very, very short.
Cubic has met me in real life. He can confirm.
Coda's very tall. Yeah.
This is literally just me looking at this picture.
I do like his new name.
Yeah, but that was one of many scrapped enemies from Sunshine. I think that was the most notable one. And recently they made a big ROM hack where they added a bunch of beta elements from Sunshine into a full game. And they brought this guy back. It was super cool to see.
Wasn't that, is that Eclipse? I don't remember. Yes. I've been dying to play this.
Yeah,
I've been looking for ways to play both Sunshine and Eclipse on my PC.
Okay.
On Nintendo.
Well, you can play an actual real copy Dolphin emulator, and you can do a am I allowed to say that?
Yeah.
I mean, the bubble on the original game has popped a lot, though, since it came out, since the 3D All-Stars came out. So honestly, you could probably find Sunshine for a pretty decent price at this point.
That's true.
Yeah. It's gone down a lot. I was
Thank
gifted
God.
my copy, but
Hey. Well, another thing I wanted to talk about, not to completely switch from Sunshine, but in 2020 there was a huge, it was called the Giga Leak of Nintendo, and a lot of different beta discoveries from the archives of Nintendo were leaked to the public. Um, what would you say was the biggest discovery from that?
Yoshi having a nosebleed of all things. I have a
What?
photograph of this. It's in Yoshi's Safari when he was supposed to be hit. Apparently, his nose was supposed to bleed. I have sprite sheets of this
Oh
in
my
the chat
gosh!
here. Yeah, this was a
What in
thing.
the world?
Yeah, I
Yoshi!
came across this. It's so weird. Like he was supposed to be punched in the face, and that was like gonna be like a nosebleed.
That seems
Wow.
I did not know this until I was looking up the highlights, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, I'm kind of shook by that. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
I
Poor
think they
Yoshi.
said
very
they.
not Nintendo.
I
Yeah,
think they said they cut this because of the controversy with Mortal Kombat going on at the time, so they had to like remove any kind of semblance of blood.
that makes
I mean, I
sense.
guess that makes sense. Yeah.
For the
Yeah,
game
it would have
that
been right around this.
for the game that pretty much made the ESRB happen, I would also want to take that out of my game.
Yeah, I guess they were
Right.
like trying to go more hardcore maybe with this game, with being Yoshi Safari and like having literal guns and everything. To my memory of this game, yeah, that maybe that's what they were going for, but it's like, ow.
Yeah, you had to use the super scope.
Yeah, so that would make sense. They would be like, let's do like a hardcore Yoshi game.
Do you know about the super scope, Coda?
I don't know what the Super Scope is.
The super. Oh, you can go ahead and say it, Lucky. I'll look up
Oh
a
no,
picture.
no, go ahead, Cubic. I want to know this.
Okay. Yeah, the Super Scope was a Super Nintendo peripheral, kind of like the NES Zapper.
Okay.
But it was literally like a bazooka. And it used very similar technology, but Yoshi Safari was one of those games that utilized that.
And that
I'm
sucker
gonna try to
was,
find a picture.
yeah, that sucker was heavy on your shoulder too.
Yeah, yeah.
It would like weigh you
Heavy,
down.
heavy for like a child or heavy for like an adult? Or
Kind of
just
heavy for an adult too. I remember James from ABGN talking about this a long time ago. That's how I even know about this thing. And he said this thing took like 6 AA batteries or something like that. I'm trying to
Holy
remember.
crap.
It was an insane amount.
Yeah.
Yeah. Holy crap. And I remember he said this thing hurt.
Yeah, you had to put it on your shoulder.
Yeah, it's not light.
Shoulder mounted gun. Hell yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, in my opinion, from that Giga Leak, the biggest thing that really grabbed my attention was L was actually real the whole time. Do you know about this one, Coda? From
I
our
don't know
favorite
what.
game?
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah. So a lot of the beta assets from Mario 64 came out, and one of the things that was leaked was there was a full Luigi model ready to go for it.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, so L was
Holy
real.
cow.
L
It
was
completely
real.
shook the internet when that happened. Like everybody was like, "Oh my god."
That's insane. So as most of the listeners know, or if not all of them, my experience with Nintendo is fairly little. So there are very few things that I will actually know going into this. Um, my experience is like the Wii Sports, Mario 64, and like one Legend of Zelda game. So
Mhm.
if we can cover any of those topics, I might be of some use here.
I got you.
Yeah. Well, Coda, you did mention that you had a discovery you wanted to tell us about. So let's hear it.
Yes. So, as we all know, I have a very hot take when it comes to Banjo-Kazooie,
Oh boy.
specifically nuts and bolts. But we're not going to talk about nuts and bolts today because I feel like I've already dug myself a big enough grave. What I wanted to talk about, and I don't know if this is if this would be considered part of our little discussion theme today, but the stop and swap for the original
Oh.
Banjo-Kazooie and
Oh,
Banjo-Tooie.
yeah.
So initially, this is a thing that I learned about a long time ago, and I still love this idea. Initially, they had plans to make it fully functional for the Nintendo 64. The plan was that the Nintendo 64 was supposed to have a very limited time frame in which you could swap cartridges. The basically how it initially was built was there was going to be a 10-second like memory retention as soon as you powered off the console. Like as soon as 10 seconds went as soon as 10 seconds passed, any memory that the console had gone. So you had they initially planned it around that, so you would have 10 seconds to swap from Banjo-Kazooie 1 to Banjo-Kazooie, and you would be able to use that stop and swap stuff. However, due to the hardware limitations, the actual timing that they had was around 1 second instead of 10. So you would physically not be able to remove the cartridge and put the other one in time without causing severe damage to the console or to the cartridge itself.
It kind of seemed like a dangerous concept to begin with.
Oh yeah,
it was a very dangerous concept to begin with, but the fact that they had something planned like that far back, and then were able to reintegrate that with Banjo Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie for like the Xbox Live Arcade, I just think is kind of cool, because it's like it was not necessarily a beta feature, it was a feature that they had intended on. It was just the hardware limitations, but then to be able to take that and put it into the later version of it is just kind of cool to me.
Yeah, I think part of the problem also stemmed from when the newer models of N64s came out, that limited it even more. Like I'm sure you guys remember like the translucent colored N64s.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's where like the memory really took a hit, and it was a feature they're like, I don't know if we should, But in the original game, if you wanted to input the codes in order to get these, you can still gather them. They won't do anything, but they're still kind of fun to. I remember discovering this when I was like 14. I'm like, whoa, there's more.
Like there's eggs in here.
yeah, code. I remember you unlocked a core memory. That's I love the concept behind that, and I was so sad. I agree with you. I'm glad they implemented that into the Xbox. I don't like the things that were extra. You know what I mean? Because I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of lame that you got gamer pictures and a bobblehead for nuts and bolts. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Should have been more.
That's what I'm saying. But that's okay. It's cool to speculate on what could have been,
Yeah.
But
trying to think of. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say, I remember like playing Banjo not too long ago for the very first time, and I don't think I came across the ice key or anything very naturally, so they were well hidden.
You played for your first. How long ago was this?
This was about a year ago. Was the first time I finished this game.
Holy!
Yep.
Wow!
I've known about Banjo.
Derail.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not to completely derail, but how did you like it?
I very much enjoyed it. I had a way easier time playing it on the Switch than the original N64, because I actually do own the N64 cartridge, but it's kind of one of those that sat on my shelf, and I'm like, I have it, but I don't use my N64 enough to justify popping it in,
like, It's there to look pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is. It's like I collect games, but I don't always play them, and that's the reason I sounded like Francis from Super Paper Mario. I've said many times. I have several games that I've never played.
Totally fair. My backlog is so large at this point. It's gonna take 2 or 3 lifetimes for me to actually get everything done.
Yeah.
Mood.
But
for sure.
University puts you behind, dude.
What are
so does life.
Oh, 100%. Question for both of you guys. What is one of your favorite things that's like was supposed to be in a game but got removed? Like, what's something that you were, I guess, knowing all the stuff that's been kind of left on the cutting room floor, what are things that you had wished would have been a part of a game but then got removed that you found out about?
I'll let Keep It go with this.
Lucky, you can go first.
I can go. No, I can go first. Okay,
no,
I don't know.
No, you first.
So we're polite here. I don't know if this necessarily counts, but it's something I was kind of wishing made it into Twilight Princess, even though I don't know if this really counts as cutting room or not, because this is more of a manga concept. But it's the idea of the hero Shade actually, like, having a friendship with Minna. It's established in the manga, but not in the game itself. And I was always kind of sad about that I was like, oh, I wish this had been in the original, because that would have been just such a cool moment where it's like they knew each other in another life. And I'm like, that's so cool. It's like it gives her another tie, you know?
For sure.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought it was neat.
Yeah, Coda, I have two actually. So the first one is, this is your little Legend of Zelda cookie. But there was a canceled Zelda 3, people speculate.
Oh.
So from the Giga leak, there were Super Nintendo sprites that kind of hinted at the like side profile of Link from Zelda 2. And it's speculated that it was meant to be like a Zelda 2 remake of sorts, but have that same style, but on the Super Nintendo. And it showed like a sprite of Link with like a rusty sword. Some people thought it was blood. I don't think that was true.
Nah.
I mean, that could have been a really
Yoshi
cool game.
nosebleed, so.
Right.
I guess that's true. I guess anything's possible.
Yeah,
at
I
this
wouldn't
point.
put too far past them if Yoshi had a nosebleed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in an effort to not mention Luigi again on Mario 64, as cool as that is, there were a couple of cut enemies from Mario 64 that had like kind of cool mechanics, if you ask me. There was one guy that would grab you. I think his name was Moto. He would grab you in Lethal Lava Land, run to the edge, and throw you into the lava.
He likes some chunky.
Oh, that's cool.
I have something to add to that with unused enemies with Mario 64, and I cannot describe him without placing his photo in, because I stumbled across it while I was researching yet again. It's a big bully, but for some reason in like his files, he's like way rounder than usual. It's like he doesn't even have a face or anything. So if you two would grace the majesty of Thick Big Bully. He's like, I don't know where I
love
am.
Oh, Jesus.
I didn't know that was real. Oh, lucky. You're right, because there were some enemies that actually used a 3D model of a sphere rather than the 2D image, and that was one of them.
That's awesome.
But he's a big boy.
Looking at him, I'm like, I have to share this. I need to send this.
Yeah. Another big thing from that leak that actually became a full game was Star Fox 2.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So the original Super Nintendo Star Fox was meant to have a sequel released around the time that the Super Nintendo was at its peak. But for whatever reason, it was scrapped. And when the Switch came out with its Super Nintendo Online, they released it as though it were part of the bundle.
Really?
So it did finally get an official release.
Can I
which
do
is
a
cool.
quick correction on that? That's actually for the SNES Mini.
Oh,
that was the.
It was on the SNES.
That was where it first came out. Yeah, it was.
Okay.
It was a promotion for that.
Oh.
So it was like an exclusive thing.
Yeah, that's even cooler. I think because people could actually go out and get that mini console and play the game finally.
Intriguing.
Kind of for real.
I totally haven't hacked mine yet. Sarcasm.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, Lucky, you did mention wanting to talk about Spirit Tracks and the beta behind that. So I would love to hear what you have in store.
Okay, well, I have some interesting stuff that I came across in the back. It's not a lot, but I do have something also unbelievably cursed that I was given, or I was not given, but that I saw while I was scrolling as well. And apparently there is a modeled mouth for Burn. You know, like how his face is covered in the game. He wears a scarf. Coda, I don't know if you played Spirit Tracks, but like he's supposed to be like this big ninja guy, you know, kind of cool looking. He's all covered up. They showed what his mouth actually looks like, and it's the worst thing ever.
Oh
no.
Yeah, because I don't think you see his nose in game either. Not really. So.
What a interesting face.
Yeah, he's just
angry.
He's kind of staring at you, and I'm just like, I don't know how to feel about mouthless Burn. Is our mouth Burn with a mouth?
It feels like he's judging me for something that I didn't even do. It's just my name came up in conversation, and he just automatically assumed it was my fault.
He just turns towards you like, you say what now? As some
The design fits though.
Yeah.
I mean, like the aesthetic is kind of spot on. The sourpuss of Wind Waker is
I mean,
present here.
honestly, Burn is such an underrated character to begin with in Spirit Tracks. I could easily go on about that character and how much I want him to come back. I don't remember if he was featured in Hyrule Warriors or not, but if he was or isn't, then Nintendo, you need to get on that, please. Bring back my boy.
Yeah,
I
for
found
real.
out something else, though, again, during my research for this episode, that apparently if you pirate Spirit Tracks and it detects it, out of spite, the game takes away your gearbox for the train you're controlling, so you're literally just going brakeless on the tracks.
Oh,
The
no.
game takes
Oh,
away
no.
everything. You cannot stop, you can't slow down, you can't dodge anything. You're just like, bombs away, here you go.
I love that. I actually feel like we could probably do an episode fully on like little things that they add in whenever you get caught pirating a game. Not
Oh,
that
I
I
could go on about
recommend
that.
anyone pirating, but like I know that there are some games where they have they have their little wares and stuff in there that if it detects that it's a pirated copy, they'll do stupid stuff like that. There's one, oh, I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but it's like there's this game that if you were to pirate the copy of it and you were to try and boot it up, it would give you a completely different game, but the entire premise of the game is like, hey, you're, a bad person for doing this. And it basically just shames you the entire time.
Just the entire
Like,
game, just like,
it's
wow, pay money,
I
you loser.
there's another one, and I don't remember. I think it's a Nintendo game, but it's where you can play the game, except all the dialogue calls you a either a loser or like a cheater or something like that for doing so.
I want to say that was Zelda, but like,
It
because
might
I
have been a Zelda
know,
one.
I know in Link's Awakening that if you like steal something, the game calls you thief for the entirety of the game.
That might be what I'm remembering, but
I feel like this was used again though.
yeah, I feel like we could do a whole episode on that, but sorry.
No, the concept's hilarious.
It really is. It's like, I mean, for one, I am a proponent of buy your games. Don't illegally pirate them. Don't illegally pirate movies and stuff like that. However,
You wouldn't steal a
as
car.
you wouldn't download a car. However, on that same thing, a lot of we've talked about this before. A lot of people can't necessarily afford to purchase $60-$70 video games. And there are some actual developers that are out there that understand that and will eventually upload a free copy of their game or something like that so that people can get the enjoyment out of it because they understand this thing. However, just don't pirate your games. That's
No.
just my little PSA. Like,
Especially if they're indie games, because those developers work
Yeah,
so hard to make those
that's
games.
definitely like where I draw the line. It's like not for indie developers. Like actually legitimately pay for those because they deserve it.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, I might
Maybe-
recommend My Abandonware a lot for certain stuff if you're like looking to acquire things that have been legitimately like pretty much forgotten by developers at this point, or just no copyright, I guess, at this point. I don't know how that works. I just know that that's all there, and they offer some really good PC stuff that I haven't seen since I was a kid. So yeah,
There's
it's hard to
also-
come by.
There's also archives online that you can technically find, and I'm not going to give websites to, but you can find those, and they tend to have like full copies of them that aren't pirated. Like people will actually take the coding from the game itself and upload it, so you are playing an actual copy of the game.
Try to play your copy of Arthur's Reading Race legitimately.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. Well, Lucky, are there any other games with their beta that you would like to talk about? I have a couple more, but I'm curious of what your thoughts are.
Well, with Sunshine, apparently Toad was supposed to wear sunglasses, and it was cut for unknown reasons.
I mean, that
What?
fits.
Yeah,
That
it was
100% fits.
the asset still survives, but like no Toads wear sunglasses in this game, and I'm sad about that.
What a crap thing to leave
Yeah.
out of the
Right.
game.
It's like shame on you. There was also something else that I believe was brought back in terms of concept for Luigi's Mansion 3, but there was supposed to be a multiplayer mode ready to go on that.
Oh,
There's a
Ooh.
model of Mario that is stretched out to be slightly taller, I guess, to meet Luigi's hitbox or something like that people discovered in the files, and he too has a poltergeist. So
Yes.
all logic
cool.
points to multiplayer concept was a thing then, and I guess they reused it for Luigi or something like that later on.
Yeah, that was such a cool discovery also. I remember there was a lot of stuff from Super Mario World that got leaked. One I'm gonna post just because I think it's really funny.
I love that.
There's a sprite of Luigi that looks like, I don't think this is what's actually happening, but it looks like he's flipping you off.
I don't know, that finger's pretty far in there.
Is that supposed to be like a death animation, like him falling between the cracks, or is that like it looks like it could be one of two things, like climbing something, or him like a death, like whenever you fall down and Mario pops back up with the like feet up in the air, like, oh no.
Yeah. I don't know. It could be like, I know they strike a pose after you complete a level in Super Mario World. That
So
could be it.
him on the pole just flipping you off.
You just never know. I don't know. That's the thing about these discoveries. Like people found these things, but we don't know fully what
I
they're
love
used
that.
for. But on top of that, they found like old sprites of Bowser with super long legs, different designs for the original Yoshi. There was so many cool things.
I might
Man,
tack that picture on the thumbnail just for shits and kicks.
I wish I could see Long Leg Bowser. That sounds incredible.
Let me see if I can
Please
find
do.
it.
While you're doing that, Mario
Leg
Party
Bowser.
7 was supposed to have a different title screen. I think you can still technically access it if you put in a certain code. I'm not sure if that was through GameShark or something else, but it's
cool.
accessible, and it's just different from, because in Mario Party 7, it's like Mario and the gang running on a planet. It's pretty generic, at least to my memory.
Right.
This is it. This is my favorite Mario Party game, so I looked this up. And the different title screen has him actually chilling on a little boat, going to kind of the opposite side of the planet, I guess, and everybody behind him is like just chilling on little tiny islands and just waving behind him.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was adorable. I was kind of like, I didn't know that this was like completely different. I ought to like look up more on Mario Party 7 because I find that game so interesting. It's again my favorite GameCube Mario game because it was the first one I ever played. So
I've still yet to play a
Mhm.
Mario. Well, no, that's false. I've played one Mario Party.
Oh.
We talked about it. It was the Mario Party Advance. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, less of long legs and more of him out of the clown
I don't know,
cart.
him standing up, he probably has some pretty long legs going on there.
oh, he's definitely like Godzilla height.
I absolutely love Old Man Yoshi. Why did this not come back as a costume in Mario Kart?
That should have been a costume in Mario Kart.
If the vampire can make it,
That's what I'm saying.
We can call him Oshi, or just like old Yoshi or something.
Oshi.
And he can.
I feel like they couldn't call him Oshi because that sounds a little bit too close to oh shit. Like,
It's like some 3-year-old trying to say it's his favorite character. And he's like, my favorite character is oh shit.
what's your favorite character, little Tommy? My favorite character is oh shit.
Something I forgot to mention in the files of Spirit Tracks, the Temple of the Ocean King can still be found. And again, Coda, you've not played this game, but the Temple of the Ocean King was the main hub in the previous game to Spirit Tracks, Phantom Hourglass. It was the one where you came back. It's kind of infamous for having backtracking because you come back and go up a higher level, then leave, then come back, and it was a bit frowned on by some fans, which is totally understandable. Spirit Tracks fixed that by having the Tower of Spirits, which you climb up different levels, but it's done much better in my opinion, and less backtracking of going through all the floors before you get back to it.
Okay.
But apparently it was found in the files, which makes me wonder if maybe Spirit Tracks was originally developed with the intent of being a sequel to the sequel. So, I mean, it still technically is. It's 100 years later, but like a direct sequel to Phantom Hourglass makes me question things. I'm like, huh. Wonder when like they decided to jump ahead 100 years, you know?
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool little tidbit.
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
that'd be cool to see. That'd be interesting if that is the case of it actually having supposed to have been a spiritual successor or like an actual like sequel to it. I guess I should say.
Yeah, because I would
Um,
even call Spirit Tracks kind of more spin-off-ish a little bit, but that's just my thoughts.
I think people would
Yeah.
agree with you.
I have a game that I just thought of that I haven't thought of in years that we could talk about. Does anyone know the character Earthworm Jim?
I do.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you guys know the history behind the... Sorry, let me switch forward. Do you guys know the history behind the third game?
I do
Earthworm
not.
Jim 3D?
Ooh.
No.
No. But I know he was voiced by the guy that did Homer Simpson.
That's good.
Yes. So Earthworm Jim 3D came out on the Nintendo 64. And it was a major flop. It basically killed the game series for years.
Wow.
And it didn't come back until they re-released the original arcadey versions of it for like the PlayStation Store, and a few other places that you could pick it up online. However, Earthworm Jim 3D was the first foray into the actual, kind of Mario 64, Banjo-Kazooie-esque vibes of going to different areas, collecting different items, progressing the story.
So
And
finding
they
its
had
legs.
to, yes, they had to cut a lot of things from the game. There was plans for there were plans for a lot of extra worlds, extra boss fights. The actual North American box for it had a screenshot on it of the beta HUD,
Oh.
with which got completely removed from the game. They had one of his big baddies, Evil the Cat, was supposed to be a boss in the game, and they had to completely cut that out of the game.
No.
Yeah. So, like, there was a lot of... I'm trying to actually pull this up on the actual Cutting Room Floor website right now.
Yeah, I want to
but-
see this.
Yes, so... let's see.
It's a shame the game tanked because I know Earthworm Jim had some fans.
Yeah.
I mean, I loved it. I learned about it whenever I was, probably in middle school because I had picked up the quote unquote remastered version for like the PlayStation. They had the arcade Earthworm Jim and Earthworm Jim 2
Oh.
that you could play through. You could pick them up on the PSN store, I think on the PS3.
That was probably a big deal at the time because, like, if the original came out, I mean, I don't know how
Oh, yeah.
accessible it would have been.
And then in the 90s, they had a cartoon for the games as well.
This
which
I know about.
was... Yes, I love the cartoon. I ended up watching all of it at one point. But
This was peak.
right, it was peak era of like the Animaniacs kind of style of comedy.
Yeah.
Which made the show that much better because it took all of I believe the game came first and then the cartoon. So literally they were pulling things out of their ass the entire time.
It's a lot of adaptions though. I mean, considering Bubsy
Right.
3D also got a cartoon and that one was going by the seat of its own ass. So
Right.
yeah, we all know how that one turned out.
So there was supposed to be a fifth hub world to the game that was not used at the time. There was supposed to be, let's see, the title screen, I believe, is completely different on PC than the Nintendo 64's was. The PC version had a different intro, which was much shorter than the Nintendo 64, so they had to cut that back for the original PC at the time.
I got you.
As well as the PC port for it was just completely broken. They
Oh, that's a
had
shame.
something about the coding caused Earthworm Jim's jump height to be that much higher. So
And they
it
didn't catch
completely
that?
broke some of the and it completely broke
Wow.
some of the levels as well. So it
Poor
was all
quality
around
testing.
just kind of it was all around just kind of a botched game, and there was so much stuff that was taken from it, taken out of it at the time, whether it was because they just didn't have time to prepare or what have you. I do want to go into like a full episode of like what happened to that game, but that's just a thing I need to put on the drawing board at some point.
The
But
back burner history of
Yeah,
Earthworm Jim.
we can do it. I'd be down to do an episode on that.
yeah, it's crazy to me to think that like the game it was almost supposed to be double in length from what I do vaguely remember, and they had to cut out a majority of it between boss fights and levels and hub worlds and things.
It kind of reminds me of what happened to Battletoads Arcade, that was supposed to have an entire final act, and then the game just kind of stops before you really get to the main boss.
Before
It
you
like
get to the
kind of
main
cuts
boss.
it. Yeah, like cuts it basically, and
Oh,
you're
man.
just like, oh, the game's over. And it's just like, huh? It's just like all told through narration. It's like, well, that's disappointing.
Right.
Yeah, and I love
that's
Battletoads
such a
Arcade,
shame.
but damn, you can tell that like they really had to like rush out that last part.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Coda, I do have a tidbit about Banjo-Kazooie and the beta around that, if you'd
Go
like to
for
hear.
it. I would love to.
Share.
Yeah, so Banjo-Kazooie originally was supposed to have 16 worlds, not just 9.
Wow.
Yeah, there was
You're telling
part
me I
of
could have
yeah, that's what I'm saying. There was a lot of levels that were discovered in the beta that later went on to go into TUI. So like Glitter Gulch Mine, and at the time it was called Mount Fire Rise, but it kind of morphed into what is it? Hailfire
Yes.
Peaks. But yeah, there was like there was an additional 9 worlds that you could have
You're
explored,
telling me
and the beta had like
How did the N64 cart even expect to handle that?
exactly.
You're
That's
telling me
probably
that
why.
I could have enjoyed like an extra 12 hours playing Banjo-Kazooie alone.
Rare.
Yeah, could have been double the game.
Curse you, Rare.
How much got stolen from us?
Please, Rare.
Give us back the uncut levels a bit. That would be an incredible release. Oh my god! If Rare, considering that it's
Yeah, tell me
their
about it.
anniversary this year, it's like, hey, we're bringing back Banjo-Kazooie and also like 12 cut levels from this game.
If Rare doesn't do something for their anniversary this year, considering they're not completely tied with Microsoft anymore. I know they're still like Microsoft still has their hands very deep into their pockets with Sea of Thieves and stuff like that, but if they could just release something, I would be eternally grateful to them.
I mean, there was supposed to be a Banjo-Kazooie like remaster that was supposed to be harder than the original game, I thought. This was like a thing that was rumored for the time that they it was like Banjo X, I think is what they were gonna call it. This was like right before the buyout. But I'm pretty sure it was in their list of like it was gonna be like the original Banjo-Kazooie, but like made for GameCube, and it was gonna be tougher.
I feel like
This was
that's
a
what
thing.
Nuts and Bolts turned into.
It might have been a very early version of Nuts and Bolts, but like this was in the plan, and they just called it Banjo X.
I think Nuts and Bolts was if you put Banjo-Kazooie into a blender.
I've looked this up. It was
And you just add a little self-hatred from the devs.
yes.
Yes.
This was actually going to be on the Xbox. It was a remake that Rare was developing in 2005, which was canceled and then redeveloped fully into Nuts and Bolts. Damn, what a downgrade.
Called it.
Yeah,
Ouch. That sucks.
Wild.
I would have much rather had Banjo X.
that's what I'm saying.
I don't know. Nuts and Bolts isn't that bad.
I mean, I haven't played it for myself. It looks okay, but
Yeah, keep telling yourself that, Coda.
just
It's
over
not
here
like-
like
It's not like I have merch kind of sitting in wait.
Well, It's funny you say merch because for the 40th, I think Fangamer is the name of the site, but they're doing rare themed merch for the
I
anniversary.
saw
Oh,
that they did
cool.
like a logo thing this morning on their Twitter.
I know that
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like,
Microsoft-
what do you think about it or something, like when you see this logo.
I know that Microsoft, for the Xbox at least, they released a new dynamic background for the Xbox that has all of the rare characters for the 30th anniversary. They're all sitting in like
Oh,
they're all sitting in like theater seats, like watching a movie. So you've got like the Battletoads, you got Banjo Kazooie, you got Conker in there, and a whole bunch of other people.
bringing back that Battletoads arcade
Yeah.
remaster, please. It's one of my favorite games. Every time I see that in like the arcade, because we have a little arcade that's like $15. You go like you can come in and free play on every single machine when you go in. And they swap up the machines all the time, but Battletoads arcade is like the first one I always gravitate towards. I'm like, I gotta play this and beat it again.
Actually,
Yeah,
I'm just like
totally.
obsessed with it. It's the one that's like it's not the original Battletoads, but it's like the one that came out in the 90s.
Yeah, and it was I agree. I played it one time and it was really fun. I haven't played it since, but
I played the entirety with my dad, but I think that was the first time I ever finished it. Was like I was next to my dad, and our hands were destroyed by the end of it because he has bad thumbs, and he talks about. He said that's why he doesn't game as much anymore because he's got like arthritis in it, and he says like I can't feel my thumbs anymore.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take a picture of this real quick.
It was a very long game. Also, apparently, I looked up with Banjo X, and there are some cut animations and prototypes for this, which is more than I thought it originally had. But apparently, there's a high definition tip top that came out of this.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I just
Okay,
posted
bring
a
that.
picture.
This is so sweet.
Yeah, I took a little picture of it from my TV.
Is Mumbo
Just
just
as a-
dead down there? Is that supposed to be Mumbo?
I don't know if that's supposed to be Mumbo.
I'm just gonna call it Mumbo's dead.
He might
But
be
you
actually.
There's so many characters in there. You can see uh why is my brain forgetting the witch's name?
Gruntilda.
Gruntilda.
With her
You can
broomstick.
see her up top on her
That's so
phone.
great.
Yeah,
I didn't know Grunty was technology savvy.
right?
Seems
You
like
can
she'd be
see
the
the
last
Ginger.
person.
The Ginger's
I-
over in the corner.
There's Greg from
Oh,
Conker.
The skull on the floor is the. No, I'm gonna misspeak. Never mind. Retracting.
I was gonna say, is that listen, we're gonna sit here and try to remember the names, and we're not gonna remember them. Death Junior? No.
Death Junior.
Death
No,
Jr.
sorry, I'm thinking of a different series.
Because I can see Greg from Conker. He's the scarecrow looking guy over there. I remember him. I
Yeah.
don't know why I remember. I'm like, yeah, his name is Greg.
Then there's the jetpack jumper dude who's sitting next to the pirate lady.
I was wondering if that was a Globo that I see behind the seat, but I'm not sure if that's what the
Yeah,
Globos looked like.
Yeah, in the bottom left.
Yeah, that's
Nope.
like
That's
I'm
totally
like,
a Globo.
I was wondering if that was. I haven't seen the Globos in a long time, but I'm like,
This is one I'll definitely
that
have
is-
to post for the.
oh my
I'll definitely
gosh.
have to post this whenever I upload the episode because there's a lot of characters in here.
Yeah. I was right, and I should have just said it, so that's my B. But it's Mr. Ribs from Grab by the Ghoulies. It's this
Really?
There
guy.
you go.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Is that actually a good game? Because I've never played it.
I loved Grab by the Ghoulies.
I haven't played a lot of it, but what I did play was fun.
Okay, well, maybe I might check it out.
Yeah.
I'm always here for suggestions, I mean, I'm wanting to play Conker on stream one day, but I'm kind of worried I'd get
Conker is a game that is best enjoyed on your own first to get a feel for it, and then after I'd say stream it. That way you know what you're getting into so you don't accidentally stumble upon, if you never played it especially, you don't accidentally stumble upon like a scene that needs to be blocked out or anything. Yeah, censored.
There's probably a mod out there, I'm sure, that is stream friendly Conker. Because I'm well aware that like the game definitely has some scenes where I'm like, I don't know if I can put this on Twitch.
Right.
But it's been on my bucket list of games to play forever though, because I'm kind of like, oh, like I know it's like a very risque, like fun game, but I'm like, I should really give this a go at some point. It just looks like
For sure.
it's like up my alley, and it just looks like fun. So yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
I'd like to talk about Pokemon for a second, if that's
Please.
okay.
Go for it.
That was another big thing that came from the Giga Leak. There was a lot of beta sprites of Pokemon that was brought to the public. A lot of them were from Diamond and Pearl from the Gen 4 games, if you guys are familiar. But
Yes.
one of them in particular was a I'm gonna post it. One of them was like a Donkey Kong looking guy.
Oh.
It just looks like a big monkey with a mustache and boxing gloves.
I gotta see
Big
this.
monkey with a mustache.
Yeah.
What in the world?
What did they do?
I don't
Why
know.
have-
Is that supposed to be a mustache or is that supposed to be an angry face? Like teeth?
It might be
That's what I'm wondering.
teeth. Yeah, I'm thinking the bottom lip but how it looks like yeah,
It looks like,
a
That's
mustache.
messing with me.
It looks like Ron Swanson.
Yeah.
It looks like Ron Swanson, but just with the face of him on the body of an ape.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
out of
yeah.
talk of Pokemon Giga League, have you guys seen what Beta Arceus looks like?
No.
Oh, I don't remember, but I did see it at one point. Yeah,
That's
that's
when
it.
He's so beautiful.
It's just a Mimikyu.
Yeah.
He's just
It's
like,
so
what?
so scrungly.
It's like supposed to be so like majestic
Scrungly.
and beautiful, and then it's just like, what is this? Why? What have you done to my boy?
This is Arceus on potato mode.
Yes.
Potato Arceus.
Potato graphics.
Our legend, everybody. It's like Nintendo Game Freak, whatever. Can you like guys bring that back as like an April Fool's joke, just like Beta Arceus?
This is like if Pokemon was created with the Crisis engine, where it was literally crashing computers because of how high the graphics were. This would be the lowest setting for a Pokemon game. It looks like a sack of potatoes that's been mauled to death.
It's just
And
going.
then-
Whoop.
Painted circles on its face.
It's like a
Yeah.
5-year-old is like the definition of what a Pokemon looks like.
Yes.
It's like, Mommy, Daddy, look what I drew. Just like holding it up,
And
so
what's-
proud.
And what's that called? Arceus. Okay.
Good job, Timmy.
Good for you. We're gonna
Gonna
put
put
that
that
on. We're gonna put that on the fridge.
Yeah, way behind the shopping list.
Yeah.
It's like, there you go, Timmy.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. I also want to mention there was a canceled prototype for an MMO that the Pokemon company was developing.
What?
An MMO.
Yeah. Were you gonna say
What?
something, Lucky?
Oh, I didn't know this was a thing.
Oh yeah. So Nintendo has a China-focused brand. It's called IQ, but it would have that would have been partnered with them to make. It was like an online battle, PC connectivity, limited Pokemon capture, kind of like Stadium. I think was what it was meant to be, but it would have been more MMO-esque than maybe Stadium. Well, Stadium was not an MMO, but you get the idea.
What year would this have been created?
That's a good question.
Because I was gonna say
Let me-
this was during like peak times when like MMOs were like huge online with like if Club Penguin counts and all that, then that could have been great.
Yeah, I think 2004.
Then yeah, that would have
Was
been
around
like
the
the
time.
start of that peak. Oh my god, what a missed opportunity when that stuff was hot.
I know.
I would have died to have played like a game where I just create my own Pokemon. I'm just in a world of like 100 other trainers, you know? Or I
Yeah,
play as
yeah.
the Pokemon, or I play as the trainer. I don't know, something.
Yeah, I kind of wish there was a more, and I think they are moving in this direction, but it's not been fully like implemented. But it would be cool to have a fully open world, open battle adventure for Pokemon, with
Pokemon
online
99.
connectivity like that.
It's just-
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Pokemon 99, last Pokemon standing wins.
There you go. Yeah. Well, Lucky, before we wrap up, are there any more big discoveries from beta games that you would like to chat about?
I've got one here. Bowser's Inside Story was originally supposed to have an extra moveset for the brothers, and it was supposed to turn you into a key. If I can find a photograph that I grabbed out of it. Yes. There are still a
Oh,
bunch of sprite models left over for this, but like, yeah, you were supposed to pick Mario up and use him to unlock doors, I think.
I love this.
Yeah, I did not know about the existence of this actually until Emil's Let's Play of this, because he just recently did Bowser's Inside Story on his channel. And
that's cool.
yeah, he brought this up and he said, like, I don't know when in a situation this would have been used. Maybe that's why it got cut. They just couldn't come up with things. But he said it was extremely fascinating and he would have liked to have seen it stay in.
Yeah. Yeah, I freaking love that series of games. And you actually just reminded me, recently someone bought like a game collection from somebody on it might have been eBay or some other auction site, but they found a prototype to the first game in that series, to Superstar Saga,
That's insane.
Mhm.
and it had like a bunch of beta enemies and stuff. This was one of them that kind of stuck out to me.
I can see why that one was cut.
Yeah.
Holy.
But yeah, there was a bunch of stuff like that. It was really cool.
Dude's got some
Holy
rock
cow. That's something.
Get it out of here, Luigi.
Yeah.
I need to look this up though. If they dumped this, I would be interested in playing it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I want to check this out. Especially because I grew up with Bowser's Inside Story, so hearing new things about it is really fascinating.
Yeah, I think
Go ahead.
the first one is definitely my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just a Bowser's Inside Story purist, but I'm one of those people. I also adore Partners in Time, even though it's a lot of people's least favorites for some reason. But I don't know. I finished Superstar Saga, but it's always kind of been in my three. It's just out of the original trilogy. It's like, what is it? Bowser's Inside Story first, Partners in Time second, and then Superstars kind of last for me. But I think it's just because it's just older out of all, and
That's
they
fair.
all hold up wonderfully though.
I agree.
Yeah. I think if I played Superstar Saga first, I would have a higher opinion of it, though.
And that's valid. That's the
Yeah.
one I played first.
It just comes down to your favorite, because Bowser was the first one I ever got, and I remember sitting in the corner on my little blue DSi, just super hyped for this game and just playing it for hours in that little corner attached to my charger. And I'm just like, I love this game. I love it so much.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So seeing that Let's Play of it at the beginning of this year and it getting a really good dedication was really, really awesome. I'll send you guys a link of that later for credit for him. But yeah, he made me aware of a lot of unused stuff in this game, which I appreciated.
For sure.
Yeah. Mhm. But yeah, that's kind of all I have on this list, it seems like right now.
Yeah, I think that's all the stuff I wanted to talk about beta-wise. Coda, do you have anything else to add?
I have learned about a lot of disturbing things in games that some of them I'm kind of glad never got to see the light of day.
Like the picture we have now.
Yeah, whatever that thing is.
What were they
Yeah.
thinking? You know what
Well,
I just
Lucky-
realized? Oh my god, before we close. That looks like the original body for Cackleta's Bowletta.
It kind of looks that way, yeah.
Maybe
I would agree with
that's
that.
what they were using as a placeholder.
I'm kind of getting some what was the pig from Bowser's Inside Story?
What was the Midbus?
Yeah, I'm kind of getting that energy too.
Yeah. I hate that it's got flesh-colored hands and feet, though.
It's
Yeah.
just nightmare fuel.
Oh, I'm looking too long at it.
Yeah.
Well, Lucky, thank you so much for joining us today. This was a
Absolutely.
fantastic episode.
I'm happy to have been here. It's an honor to be invited, and I hope at some point I can come back and do some things with you guys again.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
as with the end of every episode, we'd like to give our guests an opportunity to plug where people can find them. So, by all means, now is your opportunity.
Yeah, come find me on Twitch TV, Lucky Rabbit 1927. My username is based off Oswald the Lucky Rabbit from Disney, so the year that he was created. I'm a big animation nerd, gaming nerd, all kinds of stuff like that. So if you guys want to come check me out, we're playing Super Paper Mario right now, and it's a great time. So yeah.
Let's go. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. You can find us on X, on Blue Sky, and you can listen to the show on Spotify or on YouTube. But thank you, everybody, and we'll catch you next time.
Have a good night.
Bye.